13th. And actually it's not. It's actually Sunday, April 12th, and I'm at home and it's about 70 degrees outside and sunny and beautiful. And I'm inside and I was just thinking, we're almost done with school and there's still some pretty important stuff that we have to cover. And I wish I was outside, but since we have to be inside doing our work, I want to make it as fun as possible so that the time flies by and we enjoy it a little bit. So we will be beginning the play Romeo and Juliet, written by the very famous Shakespeare. And I found this super cool video for you to watch today, and I'm going to have you watch it on your own. And that's right here. You can click and it's going to take you right to YouTube to watch the video. After you watch that, you'll learn a little bit of background info about Shakespeare, but there's still more I want you to know. And you might be saying, why do I need to know about Shakespeare in order to read this play, Romeo and Juliet? Well, there's a lot you need to know before you can jump right into this, or it's just not going to make sense. First of all, the language of the play itself is kind of difficult to read. And the reason why is because they spoke differently. It's not because we aren't smart enough to read his writing or he was, not a very good writer. Obviously, that's not the case either. They just spoke differently, and we're not used to seeing words being written the way he writes them. So it can be a little bit challenging, but I have found some amazing resources for you, so there's no need to worry. I always back you up with whatever you need to help you get through this stuff. So it's going to be a breeze, and this is one of the most famous stories of all time. It is an amazing story. It actually ties in a lot with the Hunger Games when you think about the overall theme, and we'll talk more about that later. But we're going to start out with doing the scavenger hunt here. You're going to actually click on this on the classroom itself, but I'm just going to click on it from the agenda. One of the most important things is that you use reliable websites when you're completing this scavenger hunt, and keep in mind that your purpose is to gain background information about Shakespeare himself, the author, also gain a little knowledge about the play, Romeo and Juliet, and then about the Elizabethan era, which is the time period when this was written. All these things together will help us understand what we're reading. So the first thing you're going to look up is, at what age did Shakespeare stop going to school? Now, can you copy that question, put it in Google, and have an answer pop up? I don't know. Let's see. Let's try it, because I know that's what many of you are going to do right off the bat. Where'd you go? You're gone. It disappeared. It's at the top. All right, well, right here is an answer. Is this a reliable website? I don't know. I have to go there and check it out. So do I care if you copy and paste the questions into Google like that? No, I don't care if you do that. But I am going to tell you that the first site that pops up is not going to be the best, and it's not going to be reliable all the time. So we know that .orgs are almost always reliable, but not always. .edus, .govs, those are the types of websites we're aiming for. And remember, when we go to a website, we want to click around on some of the links to make sure they're legit, that they work, find out if there's a way to contact the person who runs the website or the company that runs the website to see if that's legit. So the purpose is not to hurry up and find answers and be done. The purpose is to make sure you find the right answer from a reliable source and that you actually are learning something from this. So when you type your answer over here in this box, you're also going to include the website that you used. Just copy and paste the URL here. As you go through, you'll see that not all of these are questions. For example, the third one down says to copy and paste an image of where he was born. Well, first of all, you obviously have to find out where he was born. Then you're going to have to search images. Now, you might want to come up with a list of keywords before you start searching for something. So I'm probably always going to try to use Shakespeare. And then I might want something like a biography next. So I might look up Shakespeare biography and go from there. So think about what the main words are that you need in order to find this information you're looking for. If you're looking for images, you know that you can click here for images. And don't get the very first image that pops up, okay? Spend some time searching through here to see what you find that you relate to or that you think is a cool picture. Maybe you like this one. You think this is cool. So you click here. Maybe you start getting into it and you're like, I don't know if that's the right one, but it looks like a good source. I think I'm going to go to this page. So you can click on Visit Page, and it's probably going to have more information about Shakespeare on this page. Now, I don't know if Shakespeare had an earring. That looks pretty funny to me. But it does look like kind of a cool website, so it's definitely one I would try to check out. I like things that are a little bit quirky. Okay, so remember too, you're not going to be able to get credit unless you include your source, and I have to be able to click on your source and see that it's reliable. Let's see. Down here, there's some of these you can click on. So for this one, I want you to go to this website and look for your favorite quote. So this has a whole bunch of quotes from the play Romeo and Juliet that we'll be reading. It starts with the one that is liked the most. In order to like these, I think you have to have a Facebook account, and the school isn't going to let you get into that. So you won't be able to like these, but you can read through them. Get one that really speaks to you and one that you definitely understand. You don't want to just pick one that you couldn't explain to me in your own words, okay? So you're going to look for your favorite quote, and then on this Google sheet, you're not going to have a source. You're going to have your favorite quote. You're also going to have on here a favorite insult, because he is the master of insults. And then the last thing is, let's see, it was, an interesting fact from the Elizabethan area. That's what it was. So I'll have your names here so that you don't get confused and type over top of each other by mistake. And then you'll just copy and paste your favorite quote, copy and paste your favorite insult, and copy and paste your favorite fact once you find them. So for the quote, I've given you a resource here. For insults, I have not. You can research that yourself. And then if you skip down here to the Elizabethan era, I'm also letting you research that yourself. And notice I put list one very interesting fact, because things were very different and some very interesting things went on during this time. So spend a little, I'm giving you a couple days to work on this. Spend some time really getting into this and learning all that you can. Another thing I thought would be kind of interesting for those of you that are into art, or even just those of you who really need to see something to understand it. So you might not be so much into art, but you like to see a picture of what's going on. There's many pieces of art that have been inspired by Romeo and Juliet. And so you can click on these links to check out different artwork pieces and choose your favorite. Now, it just so happens that my favorite guy is right at the top. His name is William Blake. And if you've ever seen the movie Red Dragon, his art was a key piece of that movie, which is a very modern type movie. And William Blake was not only an artist, but also a poet. So, check that out. If you don't see anything there you like, feel free to search around. You're not stuck to the resources I gave you. I just thought I'd help you a little bit along the way. So I hope you enjoy this. I hope it's a lot more fun than watching a boring PowerPoint made by a teacher. You get to do your own research. You're guiding the learning. You're finding what you think to be most interesting and telling me what it is that you like. And since it's so nice out today, I thought I would bring this up.
How neat is that?
Yeah, meter walk.
That's pretty neat.
It's pretty neat. You should check it out on YouTube.
Without a doubt, coming out into nature is one of the neatest things there is to do.
So get your homework done so you can go outside.